ब्राह्मी माहेश्वरी चैन्द्री कौमारी वैष्णवी तथा चामुण्डा चैव वाराही लक्ष्मीश्च पुरुषाकृती विमलोत्कर्षिणी ज्ञान क्रिया नित्या च बुद्धिदा बहुला बहुलप्रेमा सर्ववाहन वाहना निशुम्भ शुम्भ हननी महिषासुर मर्दिनी मधुकैटभहन्त्री च चण्डमुण्ड विनाशिनी सर्वासुर विनाशा च सर्वदा सर्वशास्त्रमयी सत्या सर्वास्तधारिणी तथा अनेकशस्त्र हस्ता च अनेकास्त्रस्य धारिणी कुमारी चैत कन्या च कैशोरी युवती यतिः
Dearest devotees, Sita. First of all, I want you all to know how much you're missed. It's been over 6 weeks since we last have a gathering here at our beautiful Mandir for our regular Sunday morning satsang, and so you are dearly missed. But first and foremost, I trust that you and your family are all doing well, that you're all healthy, you're all safe, and you're all taking the necessary public health safety guidance and is sheltering in place and wearing the appropriate personal protective equipment when you ventured out. Just for your information, this will be our second virtual puja for our mandir that will be conducted by Pandit Avi. And we will have some music. Dr. Danny Sakai is with us, and a young Master Shane is also with us here at the mandir. And in addition to not gathering for the past 6 weeks, we have had several members of our mandir that came out here to do some beautification to our mandir property. We will continue with the beautification for the next couple of weeks as we continue to observe public health safety guidelines. Again, I trust that you and your family are all doing well, that you're healthy, and you're sheltering in place. With that said, our dear devotees, be assured and know that you are missed very much. And now we will commence with our virtual satsang for this morning.
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को
Devotees, Namaste and Jai Sitaram. First and foremost, today is Sunday, May 10th, 2020. I would like to wish all the mothers out there a very happy and wonderful Mother's Day. It's said within our scriptures that one of the many people that we should worship on a daily basis is our parents, our mother in particular. She carried us, gave birth to us, fed us, cleaned us. Our mothers do so much in our lives. They nurture us, they care for us, and they protect us. So we would like to wish, on behalf of the Shiv Shakti Mandir, every single mother a very happy Mother's Day. But I'll now ask devotees, may we all please join together, clasp our hands, close our eyes, focus our minds on the feet of Bhagwan as we commence with a few prayers for today. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Ishavasyam niram sarvam Yatkincha jagatyam jagat Tena tyaktena bhunjita Magrudhakasya svidhanam Om sahana vavatu Sahanam bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamashtu Ma vidvishavahe Hari Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Devotees, as we join together and as we pray, we ask, O Bhagwan, today we are blinded by the darkness of ignorance. O Lord, grant us with the light of wisdom so that we can follow the correct path to live a proper life. As we sing together, devotees. Ajandheri mehe hamay insan ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान आज मेरे में हम इंसान ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान continue to join together as we chant our various mantras, as we typically do during our Sunday morning satsang. So I ask that we all please clasp our hands, close our eyes, as we join together in chanting the most powerful Gayatri mantra. Om Agakshe Varade Devi Akshare Brahmodini Gayatri Jagat Mata Vishwayoni Namostute Om Bhore Bhuvasva Tatsaviturarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhore Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhore Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Prem se bolo Gayatri Mata ki jai. And as we continue on, devotees, within our society today, and with everything going on, I know that we all personally are faced with many different obstacles. Many of us are confined to being at home. I know that's making us a little stir crazy. And that in and of itself is an obstacle as well. In order to remove obstacles in our life, devotees, we offer prayers to Ganapati Bhagwan, to Lord Ganesh. Lord Ganesh is known as the remover of all obstacles in our life. So as we pray, we say, "O Ganapati Bhagwan, please remove any obstacles in my life, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. May I live a happy, sound, and a healthy life together with my family and all the loved ones surrounding me." As we pray. Om Ganjananam Bhutaghanadhi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Palachara Bhakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurame Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Raksha Raksha Ganadhaksha Rakshatre Rokya Rakshakara Bhaktanam Bhayam Karta Traka Bhavam Bhavaranawa Om Shriman Mahaganadi Patenamaham Prem Subhaganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai. And devotees, as we continue on, I'll ask that the one or two members we have here from the Kirtan group please offer us a bhajan dedicated to Lord Ganesh.
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Jake Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Jake Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. Ladwan ka bhog lage sant kare seva, sant kare seva. Ladwan ka bhog lage sant kare seva. Jai Ganesh Deva, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva. Mata Jake Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh Deva. Ekadant Dayavant Char Bhujadari, Char Bhujadari. सिंदूर सोहे मुसके सवारी, मुसके सवारी. दुखियों के दुख हर परमानंद देवा. जय गणेश देवा, जय गणेश, जय गणेश, जय गणेश देवा. माता जाके पार्वती भव से पार करो नाथ भजन करो तेरा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा जो तेरा ज्ञान करो ज्ञान मिले उसको ज्ञान मिले उसको चोर तुझे और भला जाओ मैं किसको जाओ मैं किसको हे देवा कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा माता जाके पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश देवा
Om Prem Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. Devotees, as we continue our prayers, we offer prayers to that mother of knowledge, that mother of learning in this universe. We offer prayers to Saraswati Mata. Om Saraswati Mahabhagi Vidye Kamalanuchane Vidyarupe Vishalakshi Vidyam Dehi Namostute. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kama Rupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhiram Bhavatu Me Sada Siddhiram Bhavatu Me Sada Om Mahasaraswati Namaham. As we continue offering prayers, devotees, I know that the world seems like it's filled with darkness, but know that there is light around us. We offer prayers to that mother of light in this universe, that mother of monetary wealth, that mother of spiritual wealth. We offer prayers to Lakshmi. Om Lakshmi Karotu Kalyanam Arugyam Sukha Samparam Mama Shatru Vinashai Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Om Namaste Astu Mahamai Shri Pite Sarapujite Shankha Chakra Gada Haste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Namaste Garuda Rudhe Kola Sura Bhayankari Sarva Papa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Sarvagye Sarvavadade Sarvadushna Bhayankari Sarva Dukha Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prare Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murte Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Adyantarahte Devi Adi Shakti Maheshwari Yoga Yoga Sambhote Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Stula Sukshma Maharotri Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Padmasanastite Devi Parabrahma Swarupini Paramishi Jagane Mata Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Shvetambardhare Devi Nana Alankar Bhushite Jagatastite Jagane Mata Mahalakshmi Namostute. Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Mahalakshmi Namaham. And devotees, finally we offer prayers to the Universal Mother and that destroyer of all evils in our life. We offer prayers to Adi Shakti, Durga Mata. Om Mahadurgaye Namaham. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatre Swaha Swadha Namostute. Jai Tvam Devi Chamunde Jai Puttarati Hardini Jai Sarvagati Devi Alinatri Namostute. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति शब्दितां नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. We offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of Buddhi Rupe or wisdom. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samstitam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. We offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of Lakshmi Rupe or wealth. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samstitam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. We offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of Shakti Rupe or energy. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstitam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. We offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of Shraddha Rupe or faith. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samstitam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. We offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of Shanti Rupe or peace. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samstitam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. We offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of Tushti Rupe or contentment. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushti Rupena Samstitam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. We offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of Daya Rupe or compassion. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Samstitam Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Devotees, as we pray to Mother Durga, we say, O Durga Mata, Thou art the supporter of all, and we, your children, worship you in your many forms. O Ma, we see was Buddhi, Lakshmi, Shakti, Shraddha, Shanti, Tushti, and Dayarupe. And as we pray to you, O Ma, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha, as we pray to you, we bow to thee again and again. Devotees, we offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of the Universal Mother, Matri Rupe. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Dehi Saubhagyam Arogyam Dehi Me Paramam Sukham Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi Yasho Dehi Dushojihi Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi Yasho Dehi Dushojihi. Devotees, at this time we will have another bhajan dedicated to the Universal Mothers from our Kirtan group.
जय जय माता सरस्वती माता, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी, हंस वाहिनी परमासनमा, वीणा पुस्तक धारिणी माता, वीणा पुस्तक धारिणी माता, जय जय माता सरस्वती माता, जय
ओम प्रेम से बोलो सरस्वती माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय. As we continue on, devotees, every day is an auspicious day to worship the Navgraha Devata. Navgraha Devata, translated to English, means the 9 planets. And every single day of the week, we worship a different planet. Today being Ravivar, or Sunday, we worship Surya Narayan Bhagwan, or we worship the sun as well. So may we all join together as we offer prayers to the Navgraha Devata. Brahma Murari Tripurari Bhanu Shashi Bhunasuto Budhascha Guruscha Shukraha Shanirahu Keto Sarve Graha Shanti Parabhavantu Sarve Graha Shanti Parabhavantu.
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः. नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः. नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः. नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः. सूर्याय नमः. चन्द्रमाय नमः. सूर्याय नमः. चन्द्रमाय नमः. चन्द्रमाय नमः. भवाय नमः. भवाय नमः. भवाय नमः. भवाय नमः. बुधाय नमः. बुधाय नमः. बुधाय नमः. बुधाय नमः. बृहस्पतये नमः. बुधाय नमः. बृहस्पतये नमः. बृहस्पतये नमः. शुक्राय नमः. बृहस्पतये नमः. शुक्राय नमः. शुक्राय नमः. शनिश्चराय नमः. शुक्राय नमः. शनिश्चराय नमः. शनिश्चराय नमः. राहवे नमः. शनिश्चराय नमः. राहवे नमः. राहवे नमः. केतवे नमः. राहवे नमः. केतवे नमः. ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः. नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः. सूर्याय नमः. भास्कराय नमः. सूर्याय नमः. भास्कराय नमः. भास्कराय नमः. आदित्याय नमः. भास्कराय नमः. आदित्याय नमः. ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः. ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः. ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः.
ओम सूर्याय नमः. 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 आदिदेव नमस्योऽभ्यं परर्षिधाममभास्करं देवाकर नमस्योऽभ्यं प्रभाकर नमोऽस्तुते. सूर्याय नमः. सूर्याय Prem se Bolo Swari Narayan Bhagavan ki jai. Devotees, we continue on by offering prayers to that sustainer of all righteousness in this universe. To that person who maintains Dharma, we offer prayers to Lord Vishnu. Om Shri Vishnuve Namaha. Om Shantakaram Bhujagmashayanam Padmanaham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganam Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Om Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogibhiradhyanagam Vanni Vishnu Bhavayaharam Sarvalokehi Ghanatam Om Sashanka Chakram Sakirita Kunhalam Sapita Vastram Sarasirurekshanam Sahara Ukshasthana Shobhikostu Shriyam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturbhujam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturbhujam. Devotees, we offer prayers to the seventh incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Lord Rama. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vidhise Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. We offer prayers to Mother Sita. Om Jagatasutha Jagat Janani Janaki Atashaya Priya Karunani Dhaniki Taki Jugapada Kamala Manao Jasu Kripa Miramana Matipa. We offer prayers to Hanuman Swami. Om Manojhavam Maruttatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajamanari Urthamukyam Shri Ramarutam Sharanam Prabhati Shri Ramarutam Sharanam Prabhati. Devotees, may we all join together as we offer prayers to the eighth incarnation of Lord Vishnu, as we offer prayers to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Om Harara Vinnena Parara Vinna Mukhara Vinne Vinivishnayantam Vattasya Patrasya Puteshrayanam Balam Mukundam Manasasmarami Balam Mukundam Manasasmarami. Om Krishna Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Mukham Karoti Vachalam Bhanghum Langayati Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsacharura Maradanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatguru Krishnam Vande Jagatguru. And devotees, as we continue, we offer prayers to that universal Father and that universal Guru. We offer prayers to the destroyer of all evils in our life, and in this universe we offer prayers to Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Karapurham Hauram Karunavataram Sansara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hirdayardavande Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. May we all join together as we chant Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Devotees, we offer one final prayer for all those suffering from various illnesses, diseases, injuries, and ailments. We know that there is a vast number of people in this world suffering from COVID-19, from respiratory distress, respiratory failure. We offer this prayer to ask Bhagwan for a fast, speedy, and full recovery. We also offer a prayer for those that have transitioned from this world to the next. May the passage be a smooth and tranquil one. Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukami Vandanat Vriturmukshi Umamrutat Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukami Vandanat Vriturmukshi Umamrutat Om Trayambakam Yajame Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukami Vandanat Vriturmukshi Umamrutat Om Gangarapate Namaha Om Karitikiye Namaha Om Nandishwaraya Namaha Om Asukiye Namaha Om Shri Samsara Shivaya Namaha. Prem se bolo Shiv Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Devotees, as we continue on, before we finish up with our puja for today, I'll ask the members of the Kirtan group to offer one final bhajan.
प्रेम अमृत मन से कहो, प्रेम अमृत मन से कहो, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम अमृत मन से कहो, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम अमृत मन से कहो, राम राम राम,
Devotees, before we conclude for today, I would like to read a few verses from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But before I do, may we clasp our hands, close our eyes, offer a few prayers. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varare Kama Rupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Om Gurura Brahma Gurura Vishnu Gurura Deva Maheshwara Gurura Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Om Prem se Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai Prem se Bolo Saraswati Mata ki Jai Prem se Bolo Gurudev ki Jai. Devotees, specifically from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I know that for those of you who are here back, I believe it was now, end of February, beginning of March, we were doing earlier on in the earlier chapters, chapter 2 and 3 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, but I'm going to skip towards something relatively towards the end, chapter 16 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And the reason I'm skipping to chapter 16 is because I want to talk about something that's very important and making sure that we all understand how we understand things that are going around us today. So I personally work in the hospital. We talk about the pandemic a lot. We talk about COVID-19 a lot. We talk about how it affects those that are in the general population and those that are in close quarters. We also talk about how it affects the patients in the hospital, but the staff members that have to work with those patients. And we always focus on one thing when we talk about this disease. We talk about the understanding, the knowledge we have of it. Chapter 16 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita specifically talks about the traits of a demonic person. Somebody who is demonic in nature, who will be stuck on this physical plane and will never achieve moksha. Now, why am I focusing on this specifically? It's because it relates to understanding about how we get information, analyze that information, and act upon that information. Specifically, as we start off, Bhagwan Shri Krishna is telling Arjuna, who was asked the question, what is the traits of a demonic person and the trait of a good person? He specifically states, Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama
Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Sarvalokesmin Daiva Asura Eva Cha Daivya Vistara Saprukta Asuram Pratame Sunam Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. He said, "Oh, Arjuna, for the longest time I've been focusing on the traits of a good person, of a dharmic person, of a person who's righteous, of a person who will attain salvation. But I haven't talked about the traits specifically of those who are demonic. For those who are demonic do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them." So essentially it's saying it's somebody who in this world does not know what to do at the right time and does not know what to do at the inappropriate times. They do the wrong things. It's a person who doesn't remain clean. Clean is a number of things. We have a clean mind, we have a clean body. He goes on to say that they do not believe in the things that are going on in the world. They don't believe that anything that God can control. They say everything is a product of desire. Everything is just a product of physical attribution, things that we can have in our lives. It's those material possessions we have in this world. The demonic themselves have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. So summing all of that up, devotees, Bhagavan Krishna is essentially saying it's somebody who doesn't know right from wrong and whose actions are meant to not help but to hurt more. It's somebody who doesn't benefit society but harm society even further. It's somebody who doesn't necessarily have the intelligence to think about what goes beyond. They don't know what devotion is, and they also don't know what charity is. Bhagavan Krishna goes on to say in shlokas 13, 14, and 15 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 16, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Idam Adya Maya Labdham Imam Prapse Manoratam Idam Astedam Apemi Bhavesyati Punardhanamam Ausamaya Hata Satrura Anisekha Param Napi Iswaroham Aham Mohi Siddho Hambalavan Saki Adho Vijnanavan Asmi Nonyo Sitsardra Somaya Yakse Dasyami Bodhisya Itya Ajnana Vimohita Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. The Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita gives a very specific example of somebody who acts demonic in nature. And I want you to think in your lives, if you've ever seen anybody who acts like this. It's a very specific example for those who have seen this before. It's a person who says, I have so much wealth today. I have so much in my life, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So I'm planning. I have a lot, but I plan to get more. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future, more and more. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. So somebody who has everything in the world, because they have everything, they have the power, and therefore they are claiming that they have the happiness. I shall perform sacrifices, I shall give some to charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. So it's a person with a dichotomy in their mind. It's a person with a massive amounts of wealth, massive amounts of possession. And they think that if they give that little bit away, if they give just the tiniest bit away, they're being good. We've talked about what charity is. We've talked about what acts of service are. Charity and acts of service are things that are done within the fullest intent of your heart's desire. They are done with the expectation that you will get nothing in return. They're done so you absolutely know that you're benefiting other people. It's not going to be something about at the end of the day, I gave a little bit, but therefore I'm still powerful and I have everything. It's about that I'm giving everything and all that I have to help those around me. That is the dharmic way. That is the righteous way. It's making sure that when we do something, we do it with the fullest and absolute heart. That we make sure that whenever we do the things that we perform, we're helping those around us. Now, I want to look at this in the light of what's going on in the world today. We know that this disease is spread through the air, primarily by particulates. We know that we shouldn't be in close contact with people. And even though some states are opening back up, it's still our responsibility to not be ignorant to the facts, devotees. For those that are here today, They're all sitting 6 feet apart. We've been wearing masks. As we go out, we wear masks. Mine is somewhere. It's right here. I just didn't want to look I didn't want to look weird on camera. But I'm wearing my mask. We're making sure that we're being protective. We're doing this not only for us, but for those around us. We know that there are symptomatic carriers and asymptomatic carriers. An asymptomatic carrier is somebody who does not have the disease, who does not show signs of having the disease, but can still spread it to others. The precautions and measures we're taking, devotees, are to benefit the world around us, to make sure that we don't spread this disease. It's up to us to make sure we listen to the facts. I had a few doctors and nurses tell me it feels like a betrayal to them in some instances. When somebody comes out on their balcony and they cheer for them, because I know Atlanta does that every night at 8 o'clock. The citizens of Atlanta will get out on their balconies and they'll cheer for the healthcare workers. But they said it feels like a betrayal when somebody cheers for them, but then they go around and socialize publicly. They still gather in places very crowdedly. They don't wear a mask, and they have the audacity to continue to possibly spread a disease that they don't know that they have. It's still up to us to make sure that we're taking all those precautions. We have to think about those that are working on the front lines. A lot of us maybe never thought about it that way. Another way that I like to think about this too is that I was scrolling through social media yesterday, and I noticed that some celebrities are talking about wear a mask, stay at home, be protected. But then if you look at other posts from these celebrities, the same thing happens where they post them running around, going out to parties, talking about social events, but then they have one post that talks about wearing a mask. If we're going to create rules, we have to abide by those rules. If we're going to create a standard, we have to abide by that standard. If we're going to come together as a society, we have to follow the rules as a society. Now, I purposely skipped this part, but at the very beginning of chapter 16 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna does not start off by talking about the demonic traits of a person. He starts off by talking what makes a person pure, whole, and good in this life. He says specifically to Arjuna, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Abhyam Sattva Samasudhir Jnana Yoga Vyastiti Dhanam Dhamascha Yajnascha Swadhyayasna Parajavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhas Tyagha Santir Apas Daya Bhuti Svalokvam Mardavam Hiriachpalam Tejax Mandir Saucham Adronati Manita Bhavanti Saparam Daivim Abhijatasya Bharata Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama Shri Krishna Sharanam Nama. Bhagavan Shri Krishna states that fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study, austerity, simplicity from freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault-finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. Those transcending these qualities, O Arjuna, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Essentially what we're saying, or what Bhagavan is saying, is that these are the traits that compose a person who is dharmic in nature. I know I talked about some very negative things in the beginning, but when we look at the qualities of those who are dharmic in nature. It's those that not only stand on their balconies at 8 o'clock at night and cheer, but it's the ones who are going to the store, buying all the fabric they can and making these masks for frontline workers. It's the folks who we deem as essential workers who are out there right now working on the front lines to make sure that we have food, to make sure that we have water, to make sure that our sanitation is still running, to make sure that the streets stay clean. It's the people who know that they are going out to make a difference, to make a positive impact on the world. Those are the people that are true in nature. I relate this back. I have a co-worker, and she lives in Atlanta, older lady, and every night she goes onto her balcony, but she goes onto her balcony specifically at 7:15 instead of 8 o'clock and cheers for the healthcare workers because she knows, one, she's knowledgeable. Shift change in Atlanta is at 7 o'clock for most hospital systems. So by the time you get out to your balcony at 8 o'clock and you're cheering for those healthcare workers, you're cheering for workers that are either trying to sleep or ones that are already there. So she goes out early and she cheers because she knows what time to go out. When she's not working, in her free time, she goes and buys material to make masks for those in the front line. We're trying to reserve our protective equipment for those that are seriously ill and making sure that the workers who are working with those who aren't seriously ill are still protected. So she's making masks. She does custom masks, but she gets to know the people in the hospital. She finds out that one lady gave her son a teddy bear and he loves the teddy bear. So she made a mask that has teddy bears on it for that worker. She takes the time to understand what charity is, giving fully without expecting anything in return. Why? Because she wants to benefit those around her. She wants to make sure that they live a happy, healthy, and calm life. My wife and I go to the grocery store all the time. I actually went last night so we could pick up a few things to make for Mother's Day. And there was one worker who was working in the self-checkout line. And before I got to the self-checkout kiosk, he said, "Sir, hold on 1 second. I need to wipe this entire thing down for you." It was the only one open. So I waited patiently. He sprayed the entire thing down, wiped it top to bottom, even the parts that I wouldn't touch, like the very base. I'm not going to touch the very bottom of that machine, but he wiped it all down anyways. I was able to scan my groceries. The moment something went wrong, because I had one of the things where I scanned it, it says, "Please wait for attendant," he was right there. He showed me what to do without having to touch anything. And then he offered to assist me take my bags to my car. Now, I would consider myself a strapping young gentleman who may not need the help, right? But he still offered to help. He still offered to provide assistance, even though assistance may not have been needed. It was somebody who was working in his full care to make sure that I was satisfied with the care that I was receiving and with the service I was receiving. I know that not everybody's going to be nice to that gentleman, though. That's the unfortunate part. We see signs posted up in the grocery stores that say that you can only have one bottle of hand sanitizer. You can only take one pack of tissues. And we're doing that for a reason, devotees, to make sure that there's enough for everybody. So at the end of the day, I know that some people are going to be nice to him. Some people are going to be mean to him. But he's essential in making sure that we all survive our day to day. This young man I know was not a follower of Sanatana Dharma. Well, I'm assuming that. He had a big crucifix. He was wearing a big crucifix on his neck. So I'm assuming he was a follower of Christianity. Nonetheless, doesn't matter your creed. It doesn't matter your religion. He was doing something for the betterment of society with a smile on his face the entire time. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So I want you to understand, devotees, that by going out and spreading lies, by posting things that we see on the internet that we don't know are true, like drinking garlic water or rubbing your skin with turmeric, or even sniffing things like Lysol, or maybe covering your nostrils in baby oil to prevent disease from coming in. By posting those things, not understanding the facts, by going out and not wearing face masks, not only are we being untruthful, but we're being demonic in nature. Please take the time to understand what's going on out in the world. Check your facts before you post something. But most importantly, think of those around you. Even if you're young and you don't feel like you're going to get the disease, or even if you've already caught the disease, please wear a face mask, wear gloves, remain socially distant, and be dharmic to those around you. If you're ever in doubt, devotees, please go back and read chapter 16 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and understand how that applies to your daily life. With that being said, devotees, I want to tell you all, Jai Sitaram. It has been a confined few weeks, I know, for a lot of us. Some of us have been able to go out and get groceries. Some of us have been able to come here and do work at the Mandir. And for those who have come to the Mandir, I do want to say thank you for doing the work that you've been doing. I've been here. I'm not going to talk about the things that have been done. I'd like for you all to come see it for yourself when we open back up at a time to be determined. The Mandir is looking more beautiful than ever. It's the home away from home that we've always desired. I want to thank you all for the time that you're taking at home to worship, to pray, to be here with us, and to provide the support that we all need. Last thing that I want to mention is that in this time of isolation from those around us, there's a lot of important events that we may have missed. Are you going to cover some of those? Birthdays in? Okay. There's a lot of birthdays that I know we haven't gotten to celebrate here at the Mandir. There's a lot of people that have graduated. There are kids that have graduated from elementary to middle school to high school to college, and even those who have graduated from college and are moving on to their next step in life. And we want to say congratulations to all of you. We know that you missed out on very important milestones in your life, these big celebrations, and I do apologize for that in the way society is today. But we want to say congratulations to all of you. For those of you who come to the Mandir, we're ever so proud of you. We've watched most of you grow up. We've watched most of you blossom into the people that you're becoming. We know that some of you will be leaving here in the next few months to go fulfill full-time jobs in other areas. But what we want to say is that we're proud of every single one of you. And we can't wait to see what you produce for us in the future. But with that being said, I think it's appropriate if we offer one final song to those who have celebrated their birthday or who have graduated, something celebratory for everybody. So if we could offer one final bhajan before we say our closing prayers.
Say thanks, Sita.
I will after this.
Please say specifically happy birthday to Alex Sukai today.
Oh,
Alex
Sukai, Alexi. We've known him since he probably doesn't remember us when he was little. As he got older, he's like, I don't remember you, but I like you. It's a good thing. How old is he today? 15. We want to wish you a very happy 15th birthday, good sir. We hope today is filled with many joys, celebrations, laughs, and you've grown up into such a wonderful young man as well. So happy birthday, Alexi.
I don't have anything upbeat.
You don't have anything upbeat?
I'm not an upbeat
A
singer.
birthday song.
You can sing a birthday song. That's celebration.
Where is it? Where is it? I didn't find it then. Is it switched? बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिन ये गाए, बार बार दिन ये आए, बार बार दिन ये गाए, तुझे हजारों साले मेरे हैं आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to all of you, happy birthday to you। बेकरार होके दामनों में किसका, क्या मिसाल दूँ मैं तेरे दामनों में किसका। नहीं नहीं ऐसा हंसी कोई नहीं है, जिसकी नज़र रुक जाए, बेमिसाल जो कहलाए, तुझे हजारों साए मेरे हैं आरज़ू। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to everyone, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you।
Devotees, may we all join together now as we complete and chant our final closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Manghalam Bhavatu. Om Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Santu Niramaya, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्यपूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तरस्तु मे। पापोऽहं पापकर्माहं पापोऽत्मा पापसम्भवा त्राहि मम पुण्डरीकाक्षं सर्वपापो हरो हरि। ॐ त्वमेव माताश्च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युमामृतं गमय। हरि ओं शान्ति 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 हरि ओम्। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ॐ ध्यान शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्तिर्पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिर् औषधय शान्तिर्वनस्पति शान्तिर्विश्वदेव शान्तिर्ब्रह्मा शान्तिर् सर्वं शान्तिर् शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेव। प्रेम से बोलो गणेश भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो आदिशक्ति दुर्गा माता की, प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो शिव शंकर भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो शिव शक्ति मंदिर की, प्रेम से बोलो सनातन धर्म की। Devotees, for one final time, we want to wish all the mothers out there a very happy and wonderful Mother's Day. We hope that you and your families celebrate. It is a joyous, bright, beautiful, and happy occasion. And with that being said, devotees, JC Taram, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you during our next service.
प्रौढा चैव प्रौढा च वृद्धमाता बलप्रदा शिवदूती कराली च अनन्ता परमेश्वरी कात्यायनी च सावित्री प्रत्यक्षा इदं प्रपठे नित्यम् दुर्गानाम शताष्टकम् नासाध्यं विद्यते देवी त्रिषु लोकेषु पार्वती। धनं धान्यं सुतं जायां हयं हस्तिनमेव च चतुर्वर्ण्यं